Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. How we doing?
Good. Are you ready?
I'm born ready.
That's
You
right.
know,
That is the right answer. We should always be ready at all times, right?
that is right. I'm ready for it all. I mean, I think I've got it.
I know you do. I know you do. Well, we're going to let everybody in about a minute. I always bring the speakers on just a minute or two just to make sure you have questions. About 25-ish minutes. If you take over a little bit, that's okay too. If you end a little short, that's okay. I just want to make sure we
Okay.
have time for questions and answers.
Yeah, that's good. And I was gonna ask. So after the presentation, they have time to ask questions if they want to, which is fine.
Yes, yes. That is why I always say about 25-ish minutes. That way they have, I just feel like that that's a good place for everyone to be able to ask. So they don't go away wondering, what did he say? Why did he say that? You know, they get those answers. Okay, I'm gonna let everyone in if you're ready. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here they come. Here they come. Welcome, welcome everyone to Monday Mojo. That's right. Hello, hello. So glad you could join us, Teresa, Dr. Pat. Dar is in the house. Heather. Dr. Joy is getting ready to join us. We have a few more that should be joining us. But while we wait for everyone, there's Dr. Pat. Please go ahead and get the chat warmed up. I love that color on you, Dr. Pat. I don't know that I've ever seen yellow on you, and it's very pretty on you. Yes, yes. Okay, so in the chat, let's get it warmed up with all of your great information. Your website, your calendar links. Let's make sure everyone can reach out to you. Do you have your phone number in there? Phone numbers are very important. If we need something right away, maybe we want to pick up the phone or text you. Okay? Don't ever be worried about your phone number getting out there. You're in business. Give people every way of reaching you. There we go. There we go. All right. Tamara's in the house. Awesome. All right. So what was your favorite part of today? Put it in the chat, please. What was your favorite part of the day today? It's Monday, September 25th. I cannot believe it. September's gone. It's just crept up on us, and October is going to be here. Turn around 3 times, it's here. So we have to make the month go out in flames, right? Get it heated up. And Dr. Joy says, making dinner. Awesome. Dar has all her information in the chat. Teresa, good job. Heather, great job. For you that just entered, please, in the chat, get your information in there. Your phone number, email, calendar links, whatever calendar links that you use. Appointment links. Make sure everyone can find you, reach out to you at any time. And in the chat, what was your favorite thing about today? What was your favorite thing about today? Yes, Dr. Pat has her event coming up October 21st. There's several of us going to speak in there, so make sure you join us. If you haven't already bought your tickets, please do so. Support each other, guys. You will learn something from Dr. Pat's event, always. You can always learn something, those golden nuggets. Get those golden nuggets in and run with them and do something with them. If you grab them and do nothing, then there's no need in grabbing, right? You have to do something with all that knowledge. So yes. So go ahead and get your tickets now. Oh, the electrician fixed the electricity. Wow, a $6,600 deposit. Yay, come on.
No. Add a zero to it.
Oh, wow. Awesome. That
Thank
is
you.
awesome.
It's great. It's a blessing. I'm grateful.
Yes, connecting to Zoom. I mean, the tech world is always showing out, having
Yeah.
temper tantrums. And you just, again, it's all how you handle it, how you receive it, how you're going to handle it. Because, you know, the tech world is changing. We just have to go with it, learn with it. So, yes.
I did invite a couple of my clients, LaDonna, Michelle, and Larissa. So if you see their name coming in, they would be.
Absolutely.
They were just in
I'm
class,
looking.
and we mentioned that, so they might show up. So.
Yes, perfect. And I'm going to change my background real quick because, see, I forgot. So, gonna fix that right now. Thank you, Abby. You know, I just get busy throughout the day, and what's there is there. And you know what? I have to remember this. And Larissa is one of your pals, I'm guessing. Come on.
Yeah, Larissa Krishak. She's amazing. Really incredible.
Awesome.
Everyone, we should connect with her. She is phenomenal.
Awesome. Can't wait to connect with her. Awesome. And also, Abby, I'm going to make you a co-host. That way, if I need something and I miss it, you're there to back it up. All right. This is fabulous. So we're going to go around the room really quick, like 30 seconds, introduce ourselves, and then we'll get started with our guest speaker. So I am LaDonna McAbee. I am your host for Monday Mojo. I love Monday Mojo. I've been doing it for like 2 years now. It is a time to set up your week. Get your week set up. You know, get that mindset right, get the smiles going, knowing that you're going to share those smiles throughout the week and then more. Hello, Larissa. I'm so glad you're here for joining us. Dr. Ida, in the chat, we did put in how we can connect with you. If you have an appointment link, your phone numbers, your emails, whatever you want to share with us in the chat, please. And go ahead, Heather, and then we'll go to Dar.
Sorry, what did you want us to say besides our name?
Just introduce yourself and one thing about your business, please.
I'm Heather Halverson from Nova Scotia, Canada, and I love helping people save money on travel.
Excellent. How about you, Dar?
I am Dar. I live in Northern Ontario, Canada. And my business is that I am a mixed media art collage artist.
Very nice. Now, Heather, did you and Dar both put links in the chat to your websites or your links to your travel? Make sure you do that. And then we're going to go to Teresa and then Dr. Pat.
Hi, I'm Teresa Paul. I live in Central Illinois and I help people lose weight the fun and easy way, the healthy way.
Perfect. And Teresa, make sure you put your link in the chat if you would like, your website or whatever for people to see. Dr. Pat, and then we'll go to Kamal.
Hi, everyone. Again, I'm Dr. Patricia Rogers, and I'm hailing from McDonough, Georgia. And what I do is I set a platform for entrepreneurs like you to speak, share your message, increase your leads, and of course, promote your product and service at the virtual events that we host. And I've already posted several events that we have coming up in the chat. So choose whichever one you would like to attend, but whatever you do, come and get those emails. Build those connections.
Awesome. And
Awesome.
thank you for already having everything in the chat, Dr. Pat. We're going to go to Kamal and then Dr. Joy Vaughn.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the invite. Excited to be speaking tonight. Hey, listen, it's totally wrong to be frustrated, working hard as a business owner and not getting anywhere. You lack confidence, you lack the money, you lack the expertise. I figured out the secret from Bob Proctor, who's passed away by now, and I'd like to pass the secret to you. So if things are not happening for you, if you're not showing up confident, strong, if money is not coming to you, I'd like to speak with you to see how I can help you. I'm excited about tonight. I have something very, very special for all of you. Thank you, LaDonna, for the invite.
Thank you. And make sure you put those links in the chat for us. And
Sure.
Dr. Joy, and then we're going to go to Trisha.
So hello everyone, my name is Dr. Joy Vaughn, but people call me Dr. Joy, and I help people to reinvent themselves and be resilient, particularly if you're in transition and you're just moving from one stage of life to the other. So that's what I do, and I love what I do. So I'm Dr. Joy.
Awesome, Dr. Joy. Please put your links in the chat. And Trisha, then we'll go to Abby.
Hello, hello, everybody. My name is Trisha Peridot. I'm an international mental health practitioner, or better said, a coach who also specializes in addictions, all things process, behavioral, and chemical. And you know, right now I'm going to step in here as an instructor. So anybody that serves people in their lives, mindset, life coach, business coach, etc. Right? If you are trying to help people learn how to live life better, I'm also an instructor for an accredited organization, and getting your international mental health coaching credential is going to help you be able to serve people without necessarily diagnosing, right? But you'll understand best how to show up for somebody with an anxiety disorder, somebody with a depressive disorder, and right, bipolar, whatever. But you learn how to actually arrive for them so that they actually have a better outcome, which means better outcomes for you. Anyway, that's what I have today.
Perfect. And Trisha, please put those links in the chat. Abby, then we're going to Vera.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm excited to be here. I am a coach, author, speaker, trainer. I have an anti-bullying program that's coming up on October 14th and 15th, and it is for parents and their children between the ages of 8 to 13. It will be an engaging experience where parents and children will look at various scenarios to help address the issue of bullying. I'm excited about the format of this workshop. And again, it's for 8-year-olds to 13-year-olds and their parents, because oftentimes parents are bullied just as much as kids are. So being able to address that issue is another area that I want to look at during the course of this workshop.
Awesome. And Vera, make sure you put those links in the chat for us so that we can register. And Abby, then we're going to go to Dr. Ida.
Okay, so I am Abby Bassie-Cripps, the other half of Dar Bassie-Cripps. We are commonly known as Abadar.
Better half.
I have something new for my website. I have added some classes for people who need to get refreshers on their operating system. I have a Windows 11 made simple, Mac Ventura made simple, and Linux made simple. So that's something that some people could check out.
Perfect. Abby, make sure you're putting your links in the chat. And then we're going to go to Dr. Ida and then Tamara.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ida, I call myself the soul interpreter, but soul whisper coach, but I channel messages from spirit, and I do soul readings and Also, I'm an author of 22 books, and 2 of those are bestsellers. So I do a lot of work, intuitive work, work with people who want to use their intuition, their business, to make wise decisions, to make better decisions, to do what they do. I have an upcoming Voice Wednesday presentation where I have a guest speaker, and I have one for October, November, but I don't have one for December. But I also have an upcoming webinar, the second Thursday in October, where you can come and I can talk to you, show you how to use your intuition in your business to make wise decisions and be more powerful in your business. So I'd love to have you sign up for that. And remember, love is the only answer.
That is awesome, Dr. Ida. Please put your links in the chat, and then we're going to go to Tamara and then Larissa. You're on mute, Tamara. That darn mute button.
I'm
gets
having
involved.
technical issues today. My name is Tamara Patrick, and my business name is, let's see if I say it right, Just For You Life Brigade. And we are, yes, now I forgot. But I'm a life coach for 50 plus that like to rediscover who they are and reinvent themselves. So I have it all down somewhere, and today has been a horrible day.
That's okay, Tamara. You did good, and she's newer here to the group. So Tamara, please put any links that we can reach you at, please, in your chat. And welcome, Larissa, and I'm so glad you're here. Go ahead.
Good evening, ladies. So nice to be here. Tamara, I'll send you some good energy, so hopefully you have a better evening. I hail from Cincinnati. I actually do multiple things, but I'm in the spirit tonight of 2 different things. So I'm here for, we have in-person workshops for teenagers who are 14 to 19 years old, and then also women groups and team building exercises where we teach 2.5-hour in-person workshops on how to change a tire, jump a dead battery, all the things you need when an emergency strikes out on the road. And then also the things about human trafficking. We teach the hand sign to look for and to keep our kids and all of us safe, frankly. They take us all. They don't discriminate. And then secondly, because of my audience, something new I'm doing is I really want to talk to women who are above 40 years old and just hear about their life stories and what they're up to. I'm really interested in how to live to be a centenarian, which is 100-year-old. So it's a side project. So if you'd love to talk to me about that, that's a side project, but that's me, and it's called I Am Ready Workshops. And I put that in the chat if you'd like to check it out.
Leah.
Awesome, Larissa. Now, do you have virtual events as well, or just in person?
You know what? I don't. They're
Okay.
in person. I am growing my business. I'm based in Cincinnati, but I am growing my business. That the goal is to have dots all across the United States. So happy to talk to anyone about the areas that they're in.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, please put all your information in the chat, Larissa. Am I saying that right, Larissa?
Yeah, Larissa. Oh, yes.
Larissa. Okay, thank you. I'm sure I'll say it wrong again, so I apologize every time.
No worries.
Right.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm loving it. Thank you. All right, with that said, I am going to turn Monday Mojo over to Kamal for the next 25-ish minutes, and then we will have questions and answers.
Woohoo! Thank you so much. Excited to be here. This is awesome. This is awesome. And thanks for all of you for coming in tonight to really feed your mind and really see something different. I hope you're all here with us and really here. Like, don't just be here physically, actually really be here. I'm going to share with you something that I learned from a dear friend of mine, Bob Proctor, and my current mentor, Laura Langmeyer, that has really changed the course. So I do have some slides, but I want to ask permission first if I can be candid when it comes to money with all of you tonight, like if you really want to hear the real truth, or you want me to just kind of stay on the surface, like which way would you like me to go?
True.
Be real with us.
You will.
want the real?
Transparent.
Okay.
Real.
I like that. I love that. And that's what I thought. So I prepared a few slides, and I'm gonna pretend I'm gonna see if I can share this. It looks like it's gonna let me. Here we go. Is my screen clear? Can you see my screen, everybody? Let's see here.
Not yet.
Not yet? How about now?
Well, we see a bar, orange,
Yes, it's a
reddish,
PG
brown
orangey
bar.
Can you
bar.
see? Will you see the bar? Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, let's see. Why is that? Well, Microsoft PowerPoint. Here we go.
There we go. Freedom Day.
Freedom Day. Here we go. So again, this is illogical and totally different. And like anything, right? Instead of getting the gifts and stuff at the end, you're going to get it at the beginning. And that's why this QR code, I call this presentation Freedom Day. Because Freedom Day to me and to every one of you is different. And it's really, what is your Freedom Day? What is my Freedom Day? Everybody has a Freedom Day, and everybody's looking for something, right? Some kind of freedom, some kind of time freedom, some kind of money freedom. And I already introduced myself, so I won't spend much time here, but this is my beautiful book. This is my notes of what I learned from Bob Proctor, which I'm forever grateful that I had the time to spend with him. And it's basically a culmination of what Earl taught him, what I learned from him, summarized in 168 pages, and just been an incredible journey. All right. So again, I'm excited to share with you what I learned fairly quickly. Now, here's the deal. And I said I want to be very candid. The number one move that changed my life, the number one move, every one of you probably has a move or two. I have one that I'm 100% sure that changed my life. And this move is mentorship. It took me 22 years to find out that that's what's going to take. It took me 5 degrees to get to the mentorship. And I'm not talking about just a boss, about a manager that's looking after you. I'm talking about somebody that really cares for you. So here on the screen, you'll see some people that are really amazing, incredible. They're doing phenomenal stuff in the world. Now, of course, Bob Proctor transcended. He's passed away. But Laura Langmeyer, the millionaire maker, was with him in the movie The Secret. And that's how I met her. And that's why I, share with a lot of people that I know now that I have got the secret. I know what it takes. And I'm going to share it with you tonight. The other 2 individuals are Harrison Klein, who's a partner of mine in one of my businesses, and Doug Dane, who was my mindset mentor with Bob Proctor. So mentorship has changed my life. And I am 100% sure it probably changed some of your lives if you really think about it. So let's get to this Freedom Day. Why am I on this mission, and what do I really want to accomplish, and why it's so exciting to be speaking about it? So you see, Earl Nightingale, he's figured out something a while back, and he shared it while he was alive, and it's now available. He's got this record called The Strangest Secret. And in that record, he said 5% of the people will make it. So that's financial freedom day, time freedom day. Whereas the rest are stuck struggling, and the statistics continue today, 70, 80 years later. I'm on this mission because, and this is what drives me to help you succeed. This is what drives me to help my clients improve, because I don't want anybody to get to that age of 60, 65, 70 and be struggling and broke in the richest country in the world. See, I come from Lebanon, a very poor place. No water, no electricity, no hydro, war. You don't want to know. But here we're living in North America for most of us. If you're here, if you're on your phone, if you're on a computer, if you have access to the internet, you've got some things, baby. And yet, more than 55% of the retirees are broke, and they need some kind of financial help. That's what drives me. This record by itself, for those who are studying with me, there's 7 people now since a couple months ago. Their life's going to be changed. Again, I'm going to stay real, so I'm not going to boast too much on the client results. You can look all that up by yourself. But I want you to hear what somebody would feel like with working with me and seeing when I take them through a journey, like Richie, who's an accountant, like Lori or Trudy, or this young man that he's just doing phenomenal.
Hey, just wanted to shoot a quick video here. Just want to say, before I met Kamal, I was struggling quite a bit with my mindset, right? With like the whole negative self-talk and like the self-image just wasn't there, right? The image that I built of myself and the image that I wanted since I was a kid, right? But in the last 5 months since I've been studying with him, I still have a little bit of mindset issues, but at the same time, thanks to him and thanks to his coaching and him being there for me, my mind is in a whole different game right now, right? Like I've been seeing opportunities and seeing different things that, I would have never thought about if I weren't studying with him. So if you're serious about investing in yourself and you want something out of life, right? I cannot recommend him any higher than this, right? There was this one time where I almost just gave up on myself, and he reached out of nowhere. He just reached out to me, and he just, made me feel better. Not just made me feel better, but he was there for me when I needed somebody, right? So if you really want somebody that's gonna look out for you and that's gonna be there for you, he's your man. Like you just gotta, jump right in and get going with him, because he'll be there for you, especially in those hard times when you're struggling. Words can't even describe how I'm feeling, because this man, it's literally one of the dopest persons I've ever met, right? And I don't know what else to say, because I just wanted to.
So Jonathan went on to open a business, construction. He's doing very well with his kid. He's just doing something phenomenal. But I want to get real. I want to get to the core of the presentation, because I want to talk about money. I don't know about you, but I want to talk about money tonight. How many of you here still have money issues? I want you to be honest, not just with me, with yourself, right? If you still have money issues, if you're still not able to pay these bills that come to your house, if you're still paying your mortgage, your car payment, you can put something in the chat, yes, or a little bit, or if you're shy, just tell yourself. But I want you to be honest. How many are you still having money issues in this time and day? When a broke guy like myself doesn't even speak the language, comes here and does several things in a very short amount of time. And I'm going to share with you the reason why that is. Because there's what I call, there's ghosts standing in your way and not allowing you to have this money that you want, the freedom that you want. You see, most people have money problems. And they attempt to solve it by opening a business. They attempt to solve it by starting a network marketing thing or an MLM or a hobby of some sort, a product. And they start something and then they stop. And then they start something and then they stop. And they start collecting information. Start getting all these books and all these. And tonight I'm going to share with you what's wrong with this equation and why you're having this trouble. Now, I learned this from Bob Proctor. Now I'm studying Earl, who mentored Bob, and the struggle is real. Because if you're struggling in your business, if you're struggling and your business income, your business cash is not moving, is because this next slide, you have one of that problem. I don't know which one, but you have one, maybe two, maybe three. Now, here's why you're struggling. This is as real as I can put it, without using any other kind of languages, right? But there's excuses that you're making up with regards to money. Like you say you want it, but you don't start. You say you want it, but you're not willing to do what it takes. You say you want it, but you make up all kinds of excuses about the day, about the weather, about the economy, about what your neighbor, about what she said, what he said, and you're going to do it someday. Someday I'm going to do it. Someday I'll feel good, then I'll do it. There is no someday. There is no future. There's only now. So you keep thinking about it and you keep going in this indecision mode, and doubt and fear keeps building and you're struggling. How do I know that? Because I was like that. You see, as long as I know me, I'm studying me, I know more about you. See, I want you to get real. I want you to stop making excuses for yourself, because if you really want to move the needle, if you really want that financial freedom, you're going to have to do some things that you've never done before. You're going to have to meet some people that you never met before. It cannot be without risk, and it cannot be without doing something. You have to take some action, right? And if you don't do these things that rich people do, like the 5%, and I don't mean just money. We talk about money because it's easy to measure. If you want to get healthy, you're going to do certain things, right? If you don't do these different things that are illogical, you don't deserve the success. And then you might as well stop complaining about it. That's the difference. Like, you have to get real with yourself. You have to get real with how far you want to go. It's not too late for any of you. It's not too late. Doesn't matter how old you are. Now, I told you I was going to share with you exactly what Bob shared with me. This is what $25,000 client would pay to be with me, to see. And I teach them this over several months. It's easy, but it's not simple. Now, here's what's happening. School gives us information. The system teaches you stuff. You go to school, first degree, second degree, and we have all these things that we're learning. And you keep collecting information. So what do? You keep jumping from one conference to another conference, to another session, to another session, and you're following thousands of people. You don't even know who you're following. You don't even know which appointments to go to, because we're used to collecting all this information. You're thinking you need more information. And in reality, you don't. So you have this superior knowledge, intellectual information, but I want you to be honest and look at your results, because your bank account tells me how well you're doing. How much came into your account versus how much went out. Superior knowledge, inferior results. You will see accountants. You will see people with finance degrees. You will see people with MBAs broke in the richest country in the world. How is that possible? Oh, I can't find a job. I never learned about money. I just know how to do some math. So what's happening to everybody? They're getting confused. It causes confusion and frustration, because you think, oh, I have the degree. Somebody should hire me. Somebody should pay me more. Well, nobody's going to pay me more till you start doing more. So this is what we studied with Bob. He said superior knowledge, inferior results causes frustration and confusion, because school and society gives you this information in your mind. This is the top of the mind. This is a stickman figure. We're going to get into it in a little bit. Not a lot of detail, because we don't have a lot of time. But you put all this information, chemistry, biology, news, market, trading, stocks, but you do nothing with it. But you get some kind of results. And you keep collecting information. We're in this habit of collecting more and more information. In reality, we don't need more information. Because this bottom part where it says paradigm, that's where your subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind has almost 98% of control of what's happening. You see, your current results are your habitual behavior. Your income is your habitual behavior. The number of phone calls you made today are your habitual behavior. That's your paradigm. So guess what? If you want to change your results, you're going to have to change your paradigm. And most of you are not doing that. How do I know that? Because I was doing that. I was just collecting information. I was reading another book. I was reading another newspaper. I was going to another conference. When I met Bob, he said, Kamal, stop it. You need to change your paradigm. You were born in a very poor country with no money, no water, none of this, none of this, none of that. So you're used to being in a scarcity mindset all the time. And until you change your paradigm, your results are not going to change. Now, the first time I saw this, I was like, what the heck? That explains why I have 5 degrees. See, I was going after the degrees, figuring out that the degree is going to affect my result. And it did. 1 or 2%. I'm not talking about 1 or 2%. I want you to get a quantum leap. I want you to get like a huge, like a twice your income, 10 times your income, 4 times like Richie, 10 times like Lori. That's what I want you to do. Right? That's what I'm talking about, like that next level. So how am I going to free you up? How are you going to let go of the past and start moving in a different direction? So you don't need more information. You need applied knowledge. But to do that, I need you to get this idea very, very clear. This is the apex of this idea. We have to get rid of this indecision, doubt, and fear. You're living in this circle where, do I do it? Do I not? Do they hate me? Do not? Do they like me? You're undeciding about a lot of things. So you start being doubtful and you're afraid to make the move. You're 50, 60, 70, you're old and you haven't made the move yet. You're waiting for something. You're afraid. Why are you afraid? Because you haven't decided. See, if you start living in the now instead of the future or the past, we will lose the indecision. We'll be decided. And then we'll have no doubt. But most of the people, when I say most, I didn't do the numbers. Somebody told me the numbers. I'm going to use them. 95% are stuck at their 50,000 level, 100,000 level, 200,000. I work anywhere from, the 100,000 level to the millionaires. They're stuck at that level. And to move, we got to change. So what do you have to do? You have to lean in and start doing a whole lot more. Start doing the applied knowledge, the stuff that you know already. So you see, it's not that you need more information. You need to apply the knowledge that you have. If you're an artist, start being a really good artist. If you're a musician, start being a really good musician, but not doing it. So we have to move from this ignorant stage to a knowledgeable state. Ignorance is just simply not knowing. I did not know how to run a business. I did not know how to earn more money because I was afraid. I kind of knew how, but I was living in this fear. And when I was in fear, I had doubt. And then when I had doubt, I had indecision. See, when I met Bob, he said, we got to get rid of this left side. We got to go all the way to the right side. Get some knowledge, some applied knowledge. Because if you stay with the fear, doubt, and indecision, a lot of you are anxious. A lot of you are going to psychologists and therapists and all kinds of different things thinking that that's going to help you. See, the material that we have gets to the root cause. Get to the root cause of not taking action. Get to the root cause why you don't have the money. Get to the root cause why you're not feeling good. And then if you have all these things, you end up in some kind of depression. How many people don't even want to go out? How many adults, every one of you know, they're sitting home watching games, watching Netflix, watching series, trying to find the end of the internet on their phone. And they're depressed and sad. Some people, unfortunately, how serious this is, they end up getting sick. They end up in some kind of disease mode, and we call disintegration. That's in extreme cases. And there's a lot of people like that. Instead, once I started applying the material that Bob taught me, you see, look at faith on the screen. It's the opposite of fear. See, faith and fear are the same thing. And how do I get faith? I get it by studying. I get it by applied knowledge. I get it by making decisions. Now, when I apply the knowledge and make decisions, I get this, what I call well-being. When you have well-being, how does it show up? It's expressed. You see LaDonna, you see the lively people that are showing up with full force, showing up with full positioning, show up with full energy. Like energy is coming to you anyways. It's up to you what to do with it. And then you have a wealth acceleration, because when you add value and you help people, you're going to get help. If you help 1,000 people make $1,000, you should be getting $1 million. Now, how does this work? So Bob Proctor gave me the secret. And he said, Kamal, you're only going to learn this in one of two ways. Either emotional impact or repetition. And emotional impact is usually a negative thing. It's like a 9/11. It's like a big event. So he said, go with repetition. I didn't believe it at first, because he used to say, pick up a chapter and read it 30 days in a row. Pick up an article and read it every day, morning and night. But we're doing that to change the paradigm. That is the secret. So it's easy, but it's not simple, and nobody does it on their own, because your paradigm is stronger than you. But guess what? I'm stronger than your paradigm. I'm stronger than your old habits. I can kick your old habits out of the way so you can move ahead. And by yourself is almost impossible. And that's why I said my number one move was getting a mentor, and then getting another mentor, and then getting another mentor. And the way we move with this material that we have is by repetition. It's incredible. That's the secret. Now, Freedom Day, I want you all to put a number in the chat. What is your Freedom Day? Yes, I'm talking about money. You can, if you want to do some other topic, that's fine. But today is about money. Is it 3 million? Is it 5 million? Is it 10? Is it 50? You got to have a number. Because for you to get somewhere, you got to know where you are, and you got to know where you're going. And now most people get scared when you talk about money. Oh my God, he's talking about money. That's evil. That's devilish. Oh man, why you want so much money? Because it's freaking expensive out there. Have you tried to buy a house in Cincinnati? Have you tried to buy a house in New York? Have you tried to buy a house in somewhere nice? It's not cheap. Any car now is $100,000 plus. So you got to know where you want to go. And it's got to be like in your sight. It's got to be, this is where I am, and this is where I want to go. This is what I teach millionaires about. I have a meeting in next week. 100 millionaires are going to have the same presentation, because some of them are going from 5 to 10, 10 to 50. It doesn't matter where you are. Bob said, and it's the same thing. You got to know where you are, where you want to go. Very, very clear. Know where you are, know where you want to go. Now, how are we doing on time? We got about, how are we doing on time, LaDonna? 5 minutes? All right. So I want to go through this quickly, and then I want to get to it. So this is the mind. Then we split the mind into a conscious and subconscious. And again, apologies, we're going through it fast. And this is the stickman figure that Bob said, and I truly believe it now as I understand it more and more. It's the best thing he ever learned in 50 years. When I see anybody now, when they're talking to me, I know if they're talking from the conscious mind or subconscious mind. See, the small piece is the body. The subconscious mind has full control. See, most people are living their life in a cycle. You get the same income every month, and it keeps happening, and it keeps happening, and it keeps happening, and it keeps happening. Whereas on the right is what we call thinking controlled results, thinking the new way. You think of a new result, you emotionally get involved with it, and then you get a new result. That's how we live. That's the new material. That's why my book is called Thinking into Results. That's why my coaching is called Thinking into Results. If you want to change your paradigm, you have to change your thinking. Most people are asking me, Kamal, what are you doing? It doesn't matter what I'm doing. LaDonna's doing something. I'm doing, every one of you is doing something. Nobody asked me, what are you thinking? So I'm thinking, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm thinking of what I want in my intellectual mind. I'm impressing the idea on my emotional mind. And guess what? I'm getting excited about it. How the money feels, how the car feels, how the building feels. My client earlier in the class, I asked him, what does it feel like with the wish fulfilled? What does it feel like? Does it feel good? Is it exciting? Does the car smell good? Does the new boyfriend or girlfriend look nice? What's it feel like? And then you get this body and this vibration, which is going to give you new results, which is you're going to get Freedom Day. This could be applied to anything in your life, right? And everybody keeps asking, come on, what are you doing? How come you're getting so much results? How come you're growing? It's not what I'm doing. Every one of us is doing something. It's what I'm thinking. See, Steve Jobs said you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You only connect them backwards. You could only connect them back. Now, you're probably telling yourself, can I do this? Of course you can. See, I have a gold card in my hand. If you can visualize a gold card, if you can look at a gold card and think of your goal, you can do what I'm talking about. You just have to visualize the gold card. Test it out. Test out the material. Don't trust me. Just take this material 30 days and see if your life can change or not. A lot of people's life will change in 30 days if you commit to it. And this is, like I said, totally illogical, an abstract model. Unheard of, but yet available. That's the best part about my material. You can test it out. Now, you can do this on your own, but most people don't persist because you don't have the habit. You don't have the stamina. That's why so many gyms, lose people. That's why so many people start a membership and never complete it, right? So you don't have the persistence, and you need this sense of community. You need the sense, you need this amazing goal, amazing purpose. You got to make a decision. You got to make a decision on this Freedom Day. You're either going to live in this cycle of going up and down, up and down, up and down, surviving, or you're going to say, you know what? I'm going to focus. I'm going to start doing something I've never done before. I want to start meeting people I've never met before. I want to thrive. It's really up to you. But the moment you accept your results or your responsibility, that's when you're going to start growing up. If you're blaming LaDonna, if you're blaming me, if you're blaming the world, if you're blaming your mom and dad, you ain't getting anywhere. You got to take 100% responsibility. That's how we do it. I'm so excited to be part of this community. I'm new on this, right? It's my 3rd week, I believe. And this is what I do, Thinking into Results. It's a 6-month thing. We do systematic study, elite level mentorship, and accountability. And guess what? It works. How do I know it works? Because it works on a lot of people before you. It works on a lot of people after you. So I want to finish with this. I want you to hear from Diane, and then you're going to get a beautiful gift that it could really change your life. But I want you to hear what this amazing client said about me. I'm just grateful that she sent me this just the other day.
Hi, everyone. This is Diane Wagner. I'm an insurance broker in California. I recently finished the Thinking into Results with Kamal. And although I have a very successful business here, I've had trouble finding balance in my life. So the course helped me to visualize what I wanted in my life, goal setting, using my intuition to a higher extent, and really visualizing the results that I wanted in my life. Kamal is a pleasure to work with. He's committed to helping you reach your goals. He is a man of integrity, vision, and is extremely knowledgeable. I would highly recommend that you work with Kamal and have him help you find the results that you're looking for, or if you're just getting started, it's an eye-opening book of Bob Proctor's results that have proven the test of time. And I highly recommend you reach out to Kamal and set up a one-on-one. He's a beautiful man, and I want everyone to know he's there and to reach out and work with him. Thank you so much, Kamal. You have made my life so much better than before, and love you with all my heart. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. Reach out to Kamal and your life will change in a beautiful way. Thank you so much.
So amazing. Every time I hear it, I almost get tears to my eyes because, you know, the amount of impact that we do. And she's doing amazing, helping people as well with their insurance and Medicare stuff. So here's your gift. I really want to help you. 30 days with me. It's called 30 days with Kamal. The team did that the other day. And you also get a 30 minutes free coaching call. This is not a sales call, so don't bring your credit card, keep it at home. This is just to see if I want to work with you, to see if I can help you. And if you do book the call, if you do show up, you will get access to lesson 1, which many of you before as clients paid thousands of dollars to get that. So it's on the screen, and we will be taking some questions from you. Thank you so much for being here and for being awesome, for allowing me to do this presentation. So.
That was completely awesome. I'm telling you, so many golden nuggets. And it really wakes you up to know, oh, that's me. Oh, that was me. I'm getting a little better, but I need that leap, that jump to the next level. So please raise your hands for questions and comments, please. Okay, Dr. Pat, I'm going to start with you. I know you have questions or comments of some kind, please.
Yes, I was just giving somebody else a chance, but yes, I definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed a lot of the things that you said. I certainly agree to it. And I'm a firm believer that preparation is the key to our success. I am a firm believer that what you said, if we don't change our mindset, you said something about every 30, if you do something long enough, basically it's what you were saying, it will become a habit. And some of our habits must be changed. And I don't believe in living paycheck to paycheck. I've done that, been there, done that. So I was eating it up. I was eating it up when you talked about specialized knowledge, doing things that the rich folk do.
That's right.
They do things in a certain way, a specific way. They're consistent with it, and so many other things. And you know what? I found out about money when I learned and changed my mindset about money. And I learned it's not even hard. Matter of fact, it gets to a point where you just in your mind, you just counting it. Well, I got that much over here. Well, I got well, I'm good. I ain't broke. You know, I'm just saying money just, and then you put what you're making when you're making it, God, I made this much this month. Oh God, I made up, it becomes, to me, it's fun. And I hated numbers. I hated numbers.
Yes. I love it.
But it's nothing like being free. And that title you had, and I'm gonna shut up. That title you had, that was off the chain. Freedom Day. Come on, y'all. Let's say it together. Freedom Day. Freedom Day. Because that's what life is all about. God wants, I'm going in. I'm going to say this last thing. As an entrepreneur who sets a platform for entrepreneurs to speak, get their information out in front of other people, I share information about other people's events who have speaking opportunities for them to get the information in front of people. People have the money. People are the best resource. I get so sick and tired of hearing entrepreneurs who put up that facade that they're entrepreneurs say, I don't have no money. I'm done. I'm done. All I can say is, God, I thank you for changing my mindset. And I'm going to say this, and you said it best of all. You cannot make $50,000 or $60,000 or $20,000 if you're not willing to do the work. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's you cannot give from an empty cup, but we just have to go to the best. When I decided to be mentored, because I had 5 degrees and it wasn't cutting it, I went for the best. It cost me a fortune to be with Bob Proctor, but you know what? I made it 100 times. And now with Laura Langmeyer, it's accelerating. It's the wealth acceleration is on a different path, and it is fun and it is easy, and you could all have it if you allow yourself and drop the ego, right? Drop the ego and just decide that you want a better life.
Perfect. And Dr. Joy has her hand up. Come on down. You're muted. There you
Thank
go.
you, LaDonna. Again, wow. Can you guys hear me? Sorry
Yeah.
about that. Thank you, LaDonna. Thank you, Kamal. What would you say, Kamal, is the best way to go about finding a mentor? Because you mentioned that several times. I know Bob was your mentor.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of qualities do you think we should be looking for in a mentor?
I think you want to find a mentor that is willing to spend time with you, that likes you. A lot of mentors now are calling themselves mentors, but they don't really mentor you. They get their assistant, or they'll get some other senior guy or gal to help you. Stay away from those. They're too big, or you can't afford them to be with them. So find somebody that you can actually speak with. Like I was in the circle, in the table around Bob. I'm in the circle with Laura Langmeyer every day almost of the week. And she resonates with me. I resonate with her. I can take up her, whacking and this to move forward. So you got to find somebody that you respect and admire. They need to have 1 or 2 things that you want to be like. I wanted to speak like Bob. I wanted to feel like how Bob feels. And then I wanted to earn money the way Laurel does. And that's how they became my mentors. So I just went with what I want, and I attracted them into my life. I allowed the law of attraction and vibration to bring Laurel into my life. See, I never knew Laurel. I only knew Bob. When I needed him, he showed up. And then from him, I met Laurel. So you will attract the mentor that you want into your life. Start figuring out what you want. I can take you through a purpose vision kind of exercise to get you to write down, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to feel like? Like who do you want to emulate? You want to be like whatever it is, and you write it on a piece of paper. And that, getting into that emotion, will attract the right person to be with you. Now, are they expensive? Yes. The good ones are. But it's really not expensive. It's only expensive because you're looking at the money differently. When you make your 10 times your income or double your income, or you have another investment for life, it's not expensive to pay $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for a mentor. So that's what I'd say.
And one thing I want to go back on when you said, people living payday to payday. That is a misery that I never want to go back to. I remember being married to a private in the U.S. Army. And, we would go grocery shopping, and we would have to take the calculator to make sure, we had enough money to pay when we got to the register. Thank you, God. Thank you for us achieving not to have to do that anymore. I mean, it could be, and that seems little, but it's not little. It's a big thing when you're living payday to payday, and you're, figuring out how much you can spend on groceries and how much you can spend on clothing and things like that. And just know that if you are there now, you can overcome that. You can. I've been there. I've done that. You've overcame that. So yes. Any other questions? Heather, do you have any questions? Oh, Teresa has her hand up. Teresa, go ahead. Unmute, please.
Okay, so I'm just going to say this, and I have, let's see, it's might be 4 or 5 years ago. So I have been in other direct sale thing, and I've never came into the idea of any of this was to make money. It was like Discovery Toys. It was like just to make sure that my kids had access to these toys, you know, and then I became a consultant because nobody would come to my parties. And so about 4 or 5 years ago, I actually saw a business opportunity. It's like, oh, so my mind expanded. So like you can make money doing these things, you know, and I have a full-time job in insurance. And so I appreciated the testimony because I work for a broker agency. So I have heard over and over and over again about money mindset, changing your habits. I have ADHD, and so thankfully I have a mutual friend with LaDonna, Sherry Leopold, and I guess she's going to be talking tomorrow. But this has been an ongoing issue for me for the last 5 years. I can't ever seem to make anything a habit. And I can go into my day job, and everything that I do at that day job is habit. I've been doing it for 18 years. I could do it in my sleep, but I cannot do all the other things by habit because I have this mental mindset. Well, I will actually I have a script in my head and I don't know how to change it. Like I'll tell myself, you spent all day at work, you have nothing left. I would like to change what I'm telling myself in my head, because it would show up differently. And I've taken a break on purpose this year because I went through some major medical issues, and I lost my oldest son that I took care of 24/7. He was autistic and he was almost 28. And I would also let that, you know, being his caregiver, I would let it in my mind, like you know, you have a day job, and you know, your son exhausts you, and maybe I'm just now to the point where I think it's time for me to do something different. And I'm trying. I even wrote a chapter for an anthology book on my whole thing that I want to do is rediscover my purpose. I don't even know what that is anymore. And so I appreciate, Kamal, for you sharing this. I've seen this type of information over and over and over again, and it frustrates me because like, how do I make this happen? And so many times I don't know whether I just fall short or whether I get into something and I just stop myself like before the miracle happens or whatever's going on. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate you sharing tonight because it really resonated with me. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for being open and sharing like this. Like, you know, if you do book the appointment, I'll share with you the purpose, vision, goal, and I'll ask you to read it and go through it. And I want you to know that it's not your fault. Like, there are a lot of things that happened with you so far up to now. It's not your fault. Like, how we got here is not our fault. I want you to stop giving yourself that guilt. Let it go. It's not your fault, but it's going to become your responsibility if you want to change. So if you want to break the cycle, you have to take that decision and take that responsibility. I think you're just misguided with you're just missing some information. You're just so close because you have what it takes. You show up, you've been trying, you're just missing a little bit of guidance. Like we're missing some of that applied knowledge. I had 5 degrees. You know, 5 degrees in North America is expensive, and I wasn't getting what I wanted. I wasn't feeling the way I want. And then Bob fixed that for me. And now I help others get there, right? So it's I think your turn. It's your day to step into that greatness of you and say, this is what I'm going to do.
Absolutely. That was great. And thank you so much, Teresa. That was wonderful for you to share with us. And one last question. Let's go with Tamara, and then we'll go to Dar, and that's going to take up all of our time. Please keep it short. Tamara, go ahead and unmute. Now let's go to Dar, and then we'll come back to Tamara. Go ahead, Dar.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dawn.
Okay, sorry. Yes, I just wanted to say thank you for sharing, Kamal, as well. I believe that my other half, Abby, is just as mesmerized as I am. And we're going to be, as soon as we're done here off of the Zoom, we're going to the living room to watch The Secret and sign up.
Nice. Love it.
Sign up.
Love it.
Yes, perfect. Tamara, go ahead.
First of all, thank you so much for sharing, and I appreciate it. And you know how you said you learn so much. That's all I ever do is read and read and read and try to figure out things. I'm a realtor, I'm an interior designer, now I want to be a life coach, and I just keep learning and learning. But you know, I'm tired of learning. I need money. I need to know how to make the money. I have the drive. I work hard. I work hard every day. I get up at 5:30 every morning and I work and I look and I try to figure out ways to make my business better. And I just can't seem to get it together for no reason. And I just have to say thank you. And I'm still an entrepreneur and I'm broke as a joke, but I'm trying.
Hey, you're trying, and I'm proud that you're trying. We just got to break that cycle, and you just need a little bit of tweak on the worthiness of the money. And for you to earn the money in the business that you're in, selling is service. So we have to raise that value, and I got to teach you. Selling is a mindset, and then we just got to start raising it, and we got to make sure we're spending time on the business income activities, not on the things that the VA can do, not on the things that people can post. What are the business activities you're doing every day to generate income? Like today, I work 3 hours on my business. I don't allow anybody to book appointments with me in the morning for pitching me stuff and sending me. No, this is my business time. It could be clients that are wanting to meet with me. So stop collecting information. You already have it. Bob Proctor told me in one class, Kamal, fall in love with one thing. And once you fall in love with it, you'll never work another day in your life. And that's how you're going to make your money. So we got to help you find it.
Yes. All right, Kamal, thank you so much. And I love what Abby just did when you said fall in love with it. She went like, yes, yes. So thank you so much. Thank you everyone for being here. Real quick, everyone take a screenshot if you haven't already of all of us. And wave. Dar's great at this. Everyone wave. All right, thank you, Dar. Okay, everyone, go ahead and save the chat. If you don't know how to save the chat, go to the bottom of the chat near the smiley face. You will see 3 small dots. Click those dots and it will come up and say save chat. All right, have a beautiful night, and everyone please remember tomorrow is Millionaire Marketplace. Make sure you've registered and don't miss Sherry's talk. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye now.
Thank you. Blessings to all. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.